People say I am the best boss. They go, God, we've never worked at a place like this before. You're hilarious.
Recently, a family friend of ours reached out and asked that I watch her dog while she went out of town for a while.
Alright guys, Wyatt here. Back with another weekly video for us. And this week, I want to tell you something I've been doing recently. So for the past week and a half, past 2 weeks, I've been dog watching for a family. They're out of town. They asked me, because I'm a good guy, to help out, to dog watch, take the dog out twice a day. They got some cats, feed them, let them out, bring them back in, that easy stuff. Well, some might say I'm too good of a dog walker. And you may be asking yourself, what does that even mean? How can you be too good of a dog walker? Well, what I mean by that is when the dog's hanging out with me, just has such a good time outside, just enjoys itself so much that when I leave, it wants to break out and run off. And that's what's happened. So, the other day, I was, I let the dog out. We had a great time together, like always. And I closed the door, but forgot to lock it. Well, I tried to kind of lock it, but it's one of those locks you gotta pull the door really tight, and if you don't pull it tight enough, it just doesn't lock properly. Yeah, my bad. That one's on me. And well, the dog pushed its way through the door, pretty much opened it up. I don't know how. It's like a MacGyver dog or something. And so I get a phone call, a text from the owners at 7:50 at night. Hey Wyatt, Bela is seen on this street. Can you call the owners and find the dog? And I'm like, first, I don't know this street. Second, it's 7:50. It's going on 8. The sun's about to set. And I called the owners, and they're like, yeah, so, we had Bela here for a minute, but, we couldn't get her to stay, so she left. We saw her about 20 minutes ago. And I'm like, oh, great. You couldn't hold the dog? It's not going to bite you. It's a nice dog. It's a nice dog. I know that could be a question. But now I'm like, all right, I got to figure out what's going on. The house is open, obviously. We don't know where the cats are. So first thing I do, I go back to the house. Go to the house I need to go to. The door's open. The back door's open. Thankfully, there's no one around. It's pretty safe. It's a safe area. Then I find one cat right away. Bring him inside. Close the door. And I'm like, all right, I'll worry about the other cat later. Now I need to find the dog. And so the neighborhood that it was in, the two kind of connect, but they're not connected by a road directly. There's a grass patch, there's a fence and all that. And so I ride up to where it would be, and I get out of my car. I'm sprinting up and down, running, trying to pay attention to every little detail I can, see if I can see a dog yelling, Bela! Bela! As loud as I can, trying to get this dog before it gets dark out. And I'm like, so I get back in my car, and I drive to the other neighborhood, drive around, and I'm driving slow, I'm looking in my little grandma car, like a grandma, alright, I don't see Bela yet. Get to the end of the neighborhood, and I'm like, alright, where's Bela? And I don't know, the sun's about to set, and I'm like, When I was driving on this road, the neighborhood's not very long, there was a community park. And people were playing, they had organized kickball games, a bunch of lights were on, a lot of people out. And I'm like, let's see, let's kind of check that out. Because Bela might be out there. And you know what? Sure enough, Bela was out there enjoying herself, having a great time at the park. A lot of people around, a lot of noise. Found the dog, went back to the house, found the other cat. Man, being a dog watcher isn't easy, man. Got the dog, got the cats. Closed up, locked the house. And that's it. I'm back to being one of the world's best dog watchers, I'd like to say. Alright guys, that's what I got for us this week. Like and subscribe. I'll see you next week.